All right, welcome back. You're watching Game Changers and my name is Tabitha Muthoni. Today we shall be looking at Cybersecurity Basic 2. What do I mean? Last month we looked into, or rather had an introduction to cybersecurity and got to understand what it is all about. And we saw that cybersecurity revolves around data, networks and systems. And data will be moved around a network, and for a network to work, it needs a system. So it's all about data, networks and systems. And today we shall be looking at Basic 2, where we have Evans Kipkemoy, cybersecurity specialist from Tribus TSG, which I must say a subsidiary of Centum Investments Limited. Evans, welcome to our studios. All right, so we discussed an introduction to cybersecurity with Brian Mwau, your colleague, and today we are looking at Basic 2. Maybe you can tell us what we should be expecting on this second step to understanding cybersecurity.
Okay, in this Basic 2 session, we'll be expecting ways to be safe online and the tips in order for you to browse safely and avoid information being leaked online. Yes.
All right, so let's go to the point, to the right questions. What are some of the risks that internet users face?
Internet users face a lot of risks while you're browsing.
Yeah.
You might be a victim of information stealing. So a hacker can be able to steal your information and use it for any other malicious purposes, withdraw your funds, send an email to somebody impersonating you, and also use it to sell your information to someone else to impersonate you or do any other crime. Yes.
And when I receive such kind of an email, which I understand is called phishing,
Yes.
how do I identify that this is a phishing email? And also, how do I know, what should I do if I suspect that this email message that I'm receiving is a phishing attempt?
Okay, a phishing email is basically a mail that looks like it's coming from a legitimate source, maybe your bank, and it usually creates a sense of urgency. Requesting you some important information like your PIN, change your PIN, change your password. Such kind of emails are called phishing mails. So avoid, if you receive a mail that pushes you to maybe send some sensitive information like your personal information, personally identifiable information, your ID, your bank account. Just don't do it unless you confirm. Just confirm from the source. You can go to a browser, type the URL directly with the browser, or just Google, because Google protects its users.
All right, and what if I've already responded? Like, yes, I've gotten an email, the phishing email. I've responded very urgently because I think at the back of my mind, this must be very urgent from my bank, and I have to respond. I have responded and fear that I may be a victim of identity theft. Then if that happens, what should I do?
So the thing that you should do is you should contact your maybe support. Maybe you are working in a company. They must be having IT people. So you just report to them, telling that you've already responded to this email, and they'll be able to help you. In case you are using these mail services like Outlook, Gmail, you can report that in your own account, report abuse, and then explain what you've done. They will help you to reset your password and get back your account.
So can we say they are legit websites, or rather how can one avoid malicious websites? You have said Outlook and Gmail, they are sort of legit. So what are some of these legit websites that we have, and how can I avoid a malicious website?
A legit site depends on you, what you usually browse. Yeah, so a legitimate site, must be exactly what you've already established a relationship with. Maybe say Outlook.com. So if I find another URL saying Outlook with 0 instead of O, then that is not a legitimate source. So they usually come that way to masquerade as Outlook. Maybe do some spelling and then
so the first thing is spelling check.
Yeah, spelling check, ensure that it is as it is. Like if I log to Outlook, it should be O, not 0. O
and not zero, yes. Because
So
at times
just check those.
when these emails come in,
Yes.
you are tempted to like you go on Google, you don't find such kind of a thing. You go
Yes.
to your emails, you have never received such kind of a thing. So now I understand that the URL matters a lot.
Yeah,
The
it matters a
right
lot. It matters a
URL.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from that, you can also be able to you can be checking the secure. We have HTTP and HTTPS, so ensure that the site has a green padlock. Yeah, just to be safe. Although it is not a guarantee that you are not being phished.
Yeah. How about those sites that tell you this is not this site is not secure, and you still continue searching or working with it? What do you think of that?
I think as a sensitive user, you should get out of that site because that site sends information in plain text, like it's not encrypted.
Yeah.
So in case you are that site that is not secure, requests you for personal information like accounts, what. So avoid sending your sensitive information via those unsecure sites, just to be safe.
Because it actually tells you site not secure, and then it continues to bring you the information that you are looking for.
Sure.
All right, so now we can look at how best you can protect our computers and our data. So what can I do to protect myself?
There are several ways you can do to protect yourself. Just ensure when you are browsing these sites, ensure you don't put all your information everywhere. There are these sites that request for your information. Avoid as much as possible unless you want to establish a relationship with these websites or you trust them. They are legitimate. Maybe you have a business relationship. Ensure that you limit the amount of information you put them. And whenever you are browsing, you be very careful on these pop-ups that promises you of show gifts, vouchers.
Gift vouchers.
So the vouchers that you've not
betting companies
betting companies, avoid clicking those because it will only take one click for an attacker to get control
your
of
information.
You. Yeah.
And the kind of information that you're talking about here is your company
your
account,
company,
your PIN.
Your PIN.
For example, if I am an online trader and I buy most of my stuff online, that is one of them getting my information and stealing my data actually.
Yeah. So maybe this person knows that you usually purchase things at Amazon, let me say. So he might come in and send you an email saying, we have these offers from Amazon, 50% off. Then you'll be interested. No, this is a good deal. You click the link and they get your credentials and infect your machine. Yes.
All right. So there are these sites or rather apps that tell you update my computer and software. What does this mean?
Updating, unless it is coming from a legitimate software, it's quite a long. So it will be technical because some of these things might come as looking like legitimate. Even pop-ups telling you to update the machine. Because we usually, as security people, we usually tell people to update your machines. So whenever they see that pop-up, they'll click. And maybe it's not the legitimate update.
So how can you identify that this is a legitimate pop-up or a legitimate email telling me to update my software or rather my machine?
Avoid clicking on pop-ups. Just go to the settings, then update.
The settings from
your laptop,
any software,
any operating system you're using. You know where you get your updates from. You know the commands to run to get your update. So avoid those pop-ups. It's the safest way. Not safest per se, but at least better.
All right, and on these basic two, we have something that we call instant messaging, which is IM. And so is it safe for me to send sensitive data via email or instant messaging?
It is not safe at all. Never send your email, your sensitive information via instant messaging or any other. In case it looks like it's urgent, just make a call, confirm with their official email, ask them if they really requesting for those credentials so that they can guide you through the process.
All right, so the best people to talk to is your IT team.
Yes. If you are in a company, let's say like
Centum,
Metropole. Yeah, like Metropole.
Yes.
Yeah. We have IT, they give you an email, so in case you have any problem, just contact them so that they contain the situation before your company data is
stolen.
Yeah, it's stolen.
Yeah, before the situation gets out of
Yeah,
hand.
gets out of hand.
So how best can we protect ourselves, or rather protect our privacy from online marketers? There's a lot of online trading going on. How best can we protect ourselves?
Yeah, you can, as I said earlier, avoid giving out your details. Not aimlessly per se, but just giving out. Caution. Take caution. Maybe have a separate account for subscribing to those services, so that you cut that line to avoid, in case you want to you want to make those you use those accounts, so just to limit your the exposure, your personal information exposure to the online.
All right, and we also have our children. We have kids at home who are always playing games online. Yes. How best can we protect our children from, from being hacked and maybe sending information out there? I know it's a bit difficult working with kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first thing you need to do is talk to them. Talk to them about the importance of internet, how they can use the internet best, and guide them. Yes, tell them this is bad, these are legit good sites, and there are also apps that you can be able to control their usage, the internet usage, and limit the sites that they visit. So I'll suggest that you first talk to them, then put them under control. Yeah.
And there is a lot of cyberbullying happening around with our kids. You can find that they are being stalked by someone they saw online. Yes. There is also the dating apps that also tend to bully people, yeah?
Yes.
And even not only our children, but also even we grown-ups, we at times undergo cyberbullying. How best can we tackle cyberbullying and cybersecurity?
Cyberbullying is Kenya recently is working on a law, Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act 2008, which is awaiting enactment. So I'll suggest, we have KSAT. You can report any case of cyberbullying to KSAT website. They have their hotlines there.
What is KSAT?
KSAT is Kenya Computer Incident and Response Team.
Yeah. KCAT.
Yeah. KECIRT.
Okay.
Yeah, Computer Incident and Response Team. They have the hotlines there. In case you feel like you are being cyberbullied, or you can visit their just Google KESAT, and then you'll get their hotlines there. There's a web form there. You can fill in the details. They get back to you, help you, guide you, and then even help you to prosecute this person who is cyberbullying you. Yes.
All right, and maybe we can look at some safety tips, or rather caution tips that we can look at. What are some of these safety tips?
Yeah, safety tips is just being sensitive on sites you visit. Avoid sites that do not have
correct URLs.
Yeah, it's not the secure sites. Avoid firing up your mobile banking application from when you are using Wi-Fi. Don't connect to free Wi-Fis. In case you want to access a site that requires your credentials.
Yeah.
Again, don't download apps from illegitimate sources. Yeah. Just stick to Apple Store, because
or Google Play,
or Google Play for Android users.
Yeah.
Yeah. So avoid just installing apps, getting movies, free movies. This free stuff, there's something you're paying for.
Yeah.
So avoid these free things. Just pay for them, because you'll get a good experience. Because some of these movies, free movies that you download from pirated sites, they install malware and use your computer as a mining machine. Yeah.
All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Mr. Evans.
Yes.
Thank you for gracing our studios today. All right, you have heard it there, the best way to go about tips for safety on cyber crimes and all that. One is avoid using unsecure sites, avoid using free Wi-Fi, especially in these public places, and avoid downloading apps just from any pop-ups that tell you download this app, or rather there's a new app that has come up, and also avoid going into free stuff, that is maybe free movies, free this, free and that. All right, from me, Tabitha Muthoni, and the team that made this live broadcast a reality or rather happen, would like to say thank you very much. And to you, our dear viewer out there, we say enjoy the rest of your viewing and keep it technology, keep evolving, keep moving. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.